Hey, welcome into the arena, and I've got this 5-year-old paint gelding here. They call him Cat, which I'm assuming that means like Cat the bulldozer, not Cat the kitty, because he's a big boy. He's about 15'3" and 1,300 pounds. He's a big boy. And the owner brought him to me. Today is actually the 3rd time that I've worked with him, and I just now saddled him up. Haven't done anything with him yet. She brought him to me because she said when she rides him, he just feels tense and high-headed, and she can't relax on him because he's not relaxed. And he knows some stuff. He leads real well, backs up well, bends his face well. You know, he knows some things. But his problem is, I think, he just doesn't trust me or people. It's possible that he's just kind of naturally nervous type of horse. I really haven't figured out yet if it's just his natural nervousness or if maybe he's been ridden in such a way that it makes him nervous, because you can do that. A lot of people do it. They ride their horse in such a way that they make the horse nervous, and they don't teach their horse how to relax. So either way, whether it's natural nervousness or he's been taught to be nervous, the recipe to fix it is the same. And that is for me to develop a relationship with him so that he can kind of trust me a bit, and also for him to learn that he can relax. And this is the 3rd day. The first 2 days, I don't think his head, in the beginning, his head was really high. You can see there, his head's not too high. It does get high if I do something. If I do something, his head comes up, and you can see he gets a little bothered. His head came up about 6 or 8 inches, and all I did was ask him to change directions. And yesterday, he drugged me all over this arena. And it was just because he's afraid. He's not being bad. He just, part of it is, and he's been like right there, he kind of ran through my cue there. All right, now he's licking his lips. That's really important that I give him some time to process. And he's significantly better today than he was yesterday. And so I'll work a horse, and I'll work him pretty hard, and I'll pressure him pretty hard, and then I let them stop, process, realize that it's okay, realize that he can take some pressure, that it's not going to hurt him. Now, how does this build relationship? You say, you know, it seems to me like you're just training the horse. Yep. Saying it, if you do it right, in my thinking, it's the same thing. Okay? And there his head went up, but as soon as he started moving, his head went down. And he doesn't like this dog, but that's part of the training process. I don't like the dog either, but he trains the horses pretty well. It's part of the training process for him to understand that I'm not going to hurt him. Okay? And I do a lot of changes of direction, and I'll recommend a couple of books to you here, because if you don't understand how horses think, you're probably not going to be very good at this. The 2 books that I would recommend, the first one is Monty Roberts' book, The Man Who Listens to Horses, because he does a masterful job of explaining horse behavior and horse communication. The other one is Evidence-Based Horsemanship by Dr. Stephen Peters and Martin Black. And that's a little more scientific, a little bit more, about how horses process pressure, how they relax and learn to relax, and those kinds of things. And because I have to speak his language. What's his language? His language is either I'm number one or he's number one. Okay? And a lot of people don't have good relationship with their horse because they are not firm with them. Okay? Right then, I asked him to stop, and I asked him to yield his hips, and he didn't do it. So I said, yes, you're going to do it. I'm number one, you're number 2. Oh, you're so mean. You know what? If I was an 8th grader in the hallway, yes, I'd be mean. I'm talking to a horse, okay? And horses understand that number 1 lead horse is going to tell him to move his feet, is going to tell him to move his body parts. That lead horse is going to look in there and say, move that hip. And if he doesn't, that lead horse is going to bite a chunk out of his hip, okay? that lead horse is going to tell him to back up. And if he doesn't back up, that lead horse is going to turn around and kick him as hard as he can. Okay? So this relationship is being built on the understanding that I'm number one, you're number two. We humans don't like that. We don't like being told what to do. Just ask a 3-year-old. No, I don't want to do it. Okay? Horses do like it. They like it because it makes them feel safe. So by moving his feet, the more I can move his feet, see, he's already learning right there. He's already learning that he can come in here and he and I'll have a relationship. So what I'm going to do with this horse over the next several weeks is a lot of moving his feet, a lot of changes of directions, a lot of forwards and backwards and left and right and sideways. And see, he's already getting way better. And this is only the 3rd day. I think within another week or two, he's going to be just, you know, he's really going to come around and want to hang out with me. That's how you do it.